The CEO of Twitch, Emmett Shear, just stepped down, and he stated that it was because he wanted to focus on his family and will still be working for Twitch as an advisor, which is, a fine reason. Nobody can really fault him for that. And he has handed down his post of being the CEO of Twitch, a primarily young and culture-driven streaming platform, to Dan Clancy, a 59-year-old who is mainly known for doing research for companies like NASA and Google. So yeah, welcome back to the highly awaited series. It's funny because it's sad. And let's just talk about Emmett Shear, the Amazon buyout, and the new CEO, Dan Clancy. To be fair, Dan has done quite a few management positions, but most of them were for engineering products. Right now, everyone thinks of Emmett Shear as the last hope of Twitch, as the last person in touch with the Twitch community. I mean, he did co-found Twitch and has been working since it was called Justin TV. He was friends with Justin Khan and was actually there when Twitch was being conceptualized. So I would guess he would know what is best for the Twitch community. But then again, that doesn't mean anything if the site closes down. Twitch was bought by Amazon in 2014 for about $1 billion. And the main reason Amazon did this was because they wanted a piece of that sweet gaming pie. Amazon had the money to spare, and Twitch, while gaining popularity, was not really making any money. And I feel Amazon didn't really have a solid direction of what they wanted for Twitch. For like 6 years, they just let Twitch do their own thing, slowly gaining popularity, and maybe Amazon would have slowly transitioned it to a YouTube competitor. And this was a pretty unproblematic time for Twitch. Even though the platform wasn't bringing in much money, it was still backed by Amazon because they wanted to be relevant in the gaming space. But then it all changed when 2020 attacked. While this was a hard time for a lot of people, Twitch was actually doing better than ever. Small-time streamers became celebrities, and Amazon saw an opportunity. On hindsight, Amazon was pouring in a lot of money into Twitch. The whole Prime account for sub on Twitch thing must have cost them billions, but I would say it mostly paid off. Twitch has become an integral part of internet culture and made streaming as a whole another form of internet media, similar to YouTube videos or podcasts. And like I said in my previous video, I don't think Twitch would have survived without Amazon. Without Amazon, Twitch wouldn't have the resources to manage such a spike in viewership. Maybe they would have even had to scale back on the number of countries Twitch could stream on, and streaming as a whole could have never become a thing. And I will praise Amazon for that. But then again, so was everyone else in the pandemic. But the pandemic's over now. The viewership has gone down, but Twitch is still popular, and Amazon has no idea how to make money from this investment. Amazon has no idea on how to run a quote-unquote free service. Most of Amazon services are based on a subscription model. They don't know how to run ads or use user data like Google or Instagram. They never needed to. And now here comes the problem. Twitch has been making bad decisions for the platform. They mostly have to do with advertising and basically making money from the platform. And because they haven't been executed properly, the experience of the streamers and viewers have become subpar. Amazon wants to make a return on investment, and streamers want to go back to the good old days. It's similar to a parent-child dynamic. Maybe the kids want some cool Yeezys to look cool, socialize, and make friends. And his parents know it's stupid to spend that amount of money on shoes. Probably most streamers would understand the platform has to run ads, but the main problem is the execution. Having like 1 to 5 minutes of pre-roll ads and also ads in the middle of a stream just ruins the experience for a lot of viewers. Amazon doesn't really have experience running ads like Google does, and they don't really have the time to experiment and get good at it, with sites like YouTube and Kick taking market share. It's sad to even consider Kick as a competitor, cause once the gambling money runs out, the whole project is gonna get axed. And the CEOs of Twitch can't really do anything about this. They are mostly figureheads for what the higher up at Amazon decide. And now, let's talk about Dan Clancy. He joined Twitch in 2019 and became the CEO on the 17th of March 2023. His education is mostly on computer science with a PhD in AI. Before working for Twitch, he began his career as a researcher for NASA in 1998, then working as an engineering lead for Google in 2005, and mostly working as the VP of Product Engineering for Glassdoor. And you can see he's mostly a technical guy and has experience managing other technical people. I'm not saying he's a bad choice, but just an unusual one, but time will tell if he is good for the job. His most infamous act was the 50-50 revenue split for all creators, and he actually defended the decision of Twitch on this matter. I've talked about this before, but the best way to advertise on Twitch is to involve the streamers themselves. I think Twitch does have a bulletin board, which is similar, but Twitch just takes a very large chunk of the sponsorship money, so it's not really worth it for most streamers. And yeah, that's about it. In videos like this, I would have talked more about what kind of person the CEO is and make predictions on how he will run the site. But for a site like Twitch, it's kind of pointless. The CEOs are just figureheads and don't really have much grounds to stand up to Amazon. For a site like YouTube, they could easily separate from Google and be able to sustain themselves. But right now, Twitch needs Amazon, so they don't really have any power to argue. My main concern is Amazon doesn't know how to make money from Twitch, and if streamers continue to migrate to other platforms, Amazon could just shut down Twitch altogether. Right now it's very unlikely, but still. The way internet companies make money is by first trying to gain as many users as possible and then solve the whole money problem. Because at the beginning, they usually have investors and funding, and as the user base grows, they slowly integrate ads and more paid services. And Twitch was in a similar trajectory, but due to the pandemic, Twitch grew faster than they could have imagined, and the monetization programs had to be done quickly as well. These decisions by Twitch, which maybe would have been rolled out through multiple years, needed to be done within a year. And with that comes rush implementations and just general criticism for trying to change, for being different. In conclusion, the people at Amazon don't know how to run a site like Twitch. If they had any idea, they probably wouldn't have chosen Dan as the CEO. It's just a game theory of mine, but I feel maybe they pushed Emmett Shear to resign because he was the last link to the old Twitch and maybe the only guy pushing back against Amazon, and hired a guy like Dan cause they know he wouldn't oppose as much. Look, Dan is probably a great guy, Emmett Shear even vouched for him, but still the change in CEO of a platform like Twitch doesn't mean much. Twitch is still going to operate how Amazon wants it to operate. I just hope Amazon realize what they are doing wrong before it's too late.